Feed a hungry audience. Hey everybody, Coach Brew here. Welcome to another episode of BrewTube. Feed a hungry audience. What are you talking about, Coach Brew? Let me tell you, I just interviewed for my video podcast, or vlog, or vodcast, or whatever you want to call it, a fascinating young author by the name of Casey Bell. CaseyBellAuthor.com is his website, and really, it's very rare that you find an author or an artist of any kind, musician, entertainer, author, who's an entrepreneurial genius or just a real savvy marketer. So what he shared with me really stuck out as remarkable, and I wanted to share it with you because there's a lesson for everyone in this strategy that he shared. So I asked him how he got started as an author, and he shared with me his story of writing a book based on his high school experience. I said, well, that's great, and this was self-published. He said, yes. I said, okay, well, so how did you go about building an audience? Because frankly, it seems to me, not a lot of people read anymore, particularly nonfiction. The average business book, 85% of the people who buy a business book never open it. Of the 15% who do, 75% of that 15% only read the first chapter. So not a lot of people are reading. How'd you build an audience? And this is the most counterintuitive, ingenious thing I think I've heard in a long time. He said what he did was he went on Listia.com and eBay.com. And he set up a seller account there. And for inventory, what he did was before he even published his book, he went to local thrift shops in New Jersey where he lives. And you just for a couple of bucks, you could fill an entire tote bag with books at the thrift shop for a couple of bucks. And he'd try and find the books that are in pretty darn good condition, that were in his same genre, and he would post them on eBay for sale. People would buy these books, he would ship them, but along with, whatever, let's say it was an Agatha Christie novel, hypothetically speaking. Along with that Agatha Christie novel, which is in his genre, he would include a product card indicating that he's an author, and if they enjoyed this book they just bought, they might really enjoy his new book as well. So that's where Feed a Hungry Audience comes into play. And there's a lesson in there for every business owner. Because so often we put the cart before the horse. And we create a product without having a customer list. We create a product or service or start a business without having any sense of the market, the demand for what you have to offer, how viable it might be. Is there an audience for it? We just force feed or cram something we like down the public's throat. And he said the most pointless thing for him to do was to reach out to his friends and family, give them a copy of the book or ask them to order it and review it and share it with people. Because most of his family and friends aren't readers. So you knew, A, they weren't going to read the thing. B, if they didn't read it, they sure as heck weren't going to share it up, talk about it. They couldn't intelligently post a review or a blog about it or anything. Wasn't a hungry audience. Wasn't even wouldn't even be a helpful audience. He's smart enough to realize that. But so often We start a business, we rely on family and friends, our network, who your product or service may not even fit their lifestyle, fit their needs, be in their wheelhouse, however you want to phrase it. It just might not be for them. And if it's not really for them, they're not going to do a very good job, or a passionate job even, advocating for you, making a recommendation or referral. So I'd encourage you to take a look at what Casey did. He's got the gears turning in my head now for how I can also take a page out of that playbook. It may not be buying used books at a thrift store, posting them on eBay, but there are lots of other ways that you can find and feed a hungry audience to create a customer list or a prospect list and then market to them. And the beautiful thing about the way he went about this with his strategy is, other than selling the books online, Listia is like eBay, if you've never heard of it. However, it only accepts digital payment. eBay takes all sorts of payment. So the genius thing about the way he did this is, other than listing it and selling it online, his marketing, his advertising for his book was very analog, very offline. It was a product card in a physical package that got shipped to a customer. It's also free because the customer paid for the book, another author's book that he was selling. They paid for the shipping. And his product card, his marketing collateral, got to ride for free on all that, and it's generated sales for him. So the critical thinking question for you is, how can you borrow a page from that playbook, do the same thing, and feed your hungry audience? What is your hungry audience? Where is your hungry audience? I'll leave you with that final thought. This one's a short and sweet one. Thanks for tuning in to BrewTube. If you'd like more content similar to this, head on over to coachbrew.com. Sign up for my e-news at the top of the homepage. And that'll also get you a special report, 12 ways to double your sales, double your results. Lots of strategy in there. It's going to help you make money, save you time and energy. Head on over there, coachbrew.com. We'll catch you in the next episode of BrewTube.